Wrestling fans, the countdown to MWF Soul Survivor 8, final destination, Saturday, March the 24th, from the historic Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts, is on. Right now, joining me via telephone, who will be joining a plethora of superstars, including the MWF Heavyweight Champion Low Ki, Finley, Carlito, Paul Bearer, Al Snow, Bushwhacker Luke, and that scumbag himself, John Cena Sr. He was the man that was described to me recently by TNA officials at their live events in Massachusetts as the future of the X Division, Zema Ion. Zema, thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. And I'm honored to be a part of such a star-studded event on March 24th. And I know it's not every day that the city of Boston gets to see a man this pretty in their city. So it's going to be a special day, a night to remember for everybody at the MWF.
Certainly is a special night as we continue our efforts to keep the kids off the street with the Special Olympics, Make-A-Wish, Big Brother kids involved. But we have to say, 2011 was certainly a monumental year for you in your career. What led you to become a part of the TNA roster?
Basically, I just got a call one day. I had not sent any demo tapes or anything like that to TNA in the past. To be honest, I didn't know if I was ever going to have a shot in TNA. I had tried my luck trying out for the WWE, and that didn't work out for me, so I was kind of just doing nothing, just trying to hustle on the indies, and then one day I got a call, and it was TNA, and they said that they're doing this X Division tournament for Destination X, and they invited me down, and apparently I impressed somebody because they offered me a contract shortly after that, and it's been a hell of a ride ever since.
And to even qualify for that pay-per-view, did you not defeat Dakota Darso?
Yeah, I defeated Dakota Darso and Federico Palacios, also known as Azriel. I defeated them in my debut, and then I was in that four-way at Destination X with Low Ki, Jack Evans, and Austin Aries. And that was, I don't know if you saw the match or not. Did you get a chance to see it?
I did not. My Sundays are spent slaving at the MWF studios going on almost a decade now.
Well, if you get a chance, it's on YouTube. I mean,
come on, TNA home video.
Well, I'm saying TNA home video, yes, but it's also on YouTube if you can't wait. So check it out. It's pretty cool. Like it was a surreal moment for me, just because at one point the crowd was chanting, "Sign them all," and I think at that point I knew I was a part of something special in that match. So it was a big moment for me.
I wonder if Low Ki will have that in mind on Saturday, March the 24th, when you two will be in the same locker room and taking part in the same meet and greet with all of our great fans and VIPs.
I tell you what, that was my first experience wrestling with Low Ki, and I would definitely love to have another match with him in the future. Maybe not a four-way, but maybe one-on-one this time.
We're big on one-on-one in the MWF. That sounded wrong, but different story for different time. You were one of the elite athletes selected to take part in the new Ring Ka King promotion in India. I was told that it's something that, quote-unquote, old-school fans are going to enjoy a great deal. What can you tell the fans at home about this new promotion that's affiliated with TNA, and how can they see it?
Well, actually, the premiere episode was this past weekend, and the network that we're on in India, Colors Television, has already uploaded it on YouTube. So after you're done watching the match from Destination X on YouTube, you can watch the premiere episode of Ring Ka King. And I got to tell you, it's very exciting. TNA and Endermal, the company in India, they've put together something truly special. I got to say, it's the freshest wrestling show that I've seen in quite some time. Just the atmosphere, the lighting, the whole like ambiance they have in that arena. It's something unique. It's worth checking out. It's a mix of like former WWE superstars, current TNA guys, and homegrown Indian wrestling talent that basically they had an audition, kind of like American Idol. They had an audition some months ago trying to find aspiring professional wrestlers in India, and they started out with about 200 guys, I think, and narrowed it down to about 15 wrestlers, and those guys have been training every single day, and it's crazy to see how far they've come along, because you've got these guys who have no previous experience as professional wrestlers. They just came to an audition. Some of them were wrestling fans, some of them weren't. And to see these guys just go from not having a clue what they were doing at all to looking like stars on national television, it's pretty amazing to see.
So all you have to do is go to YouTube and type in Ring Ka King, and that should bring in the debut programs?
Yep, it should bring it in. They do two new episodes every week, so who knows? The second episode might even be online at this point, but definitely the first one's up, so check it out on YouTube, Ring Ka King. That's Ring, R-I-N-G, Ka, K-A, and then King, of course, K-I-N-G. So check it out when you get time. It's amazing.
Well, I'm a night owl, so I may do that tonight. But back to the issue at hand, the Millennium Wrestling Federation roster is certainly stacked from top to bottom. Where do you see Zema Ion fitting in as time goes on here in the Boston area and the eventual expansion into the Carolinas with John Cena Sr.'s plot?
Well, I tell you what, if there's anybody that knows what it takes to make an impact in a new wrestling company, I'd have to say it's me. So I'm here in the MWF now, and that's what I want to do. I want to make an impact. And I'm going straight to the top, whether that's Low Key, whether that's Al Snow, whoever I have to go through. Even some of these local Boston wrestlers I've heard a lot of hype about. Any one of them, they want to step up, well, they can take their best shot.
Unbelievable. Well, it's going to be an exciting night to see your debut at Soul Survivor 8. Hopefully we'll have you back on the program before the event once we know who you'll be facing. But the MWF, we were named 2011 and 2012 Special Olympics partners for our ongoing efforts to try and keep the kids off the street, part of our campaign. With all of the great raffles and charity auctions taking place that night, is it true that you will be donating an autographed bottle of Hairspray to the auction?
Well, that is true. Now, this is very big. This is huge. This is bigger than the Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup, every TNA pay-per-view, and the night that Dan Marotti lost his virginity, all rolled into one. It's going to be an exclusive, custom bottle of Hairspray, the most exclusive hairspray from the Philippine Islands. Zema Ion's own personal hairspray. Somebody is going to walk away in Boston with that hairspray, and they're going to be very lucky. It's not every day that somebody gets something so valuable, so custom-made, so luscious as my hairspray. But one lucky fan will get it. He's probably going to hawk it on eBay and probably get like hundreds of dollars for it. But either way, somebody's walking away with my hairspray, and that someone will be the luckiest person in that arena. I can guarantee you that.
Is there crazy glue in that hairspray, considering how your hair has looked in the last few editions of TNA Impact?
Secret ingredients. Secret ingredients. There's a lot of crazy things in the Filipino jungles, and I don't know what kind of tree sap we use to make my hair stay up, but there's special ingredients in there. So I can't reveal them. I promised I never would. Let's just say that makes my hairspray even more special, though.
It's not a something about Mary type ingredient.
Oh, come on. That's not appropriate at all. I would never.
Well, we like to have fun here in the MWF. Well, you heard it right here, fans. Yet another great addition to the plethora of items you can win to help our efforts to keep the kids off the street. Perhaps Zema Ion, who seems to be his own biggest fan, is going to be donating an autographed bottle of the hairspray he personally uses to have such a unique and wild look each and every Thursday night on TNA Impact on Spike TV. Zema, we're running out of time. Any final thoughts? As of right now, we don't know who your opponent is leading up to the big one, Soul Survivor 8, March the 24th.
Well, whoever my opponent is that night, I really hope he believes in God, because it's going to take a miracle to pin Zema Ion's shoulders to the mat on March 24th. So everybody in Boston, I will see you there. And keep in mind, it is all about me, myself, and Ion. Follow me on Twitter, at Zema, Z-E-M-A, T-N-A. Follow me. I need more followers.
Any other cheap plugs, a Facebook or a YouTube or anything?
Nah, that's about it.
All right, that sounds good. Fans, we're just about out of time. Tremendous interview, a tremendous athlete, no matter what do you think about his antics in and out of the ring. It just makes Soul Survivor 8 that much bigger. We'll see you next time.